Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm broadcasting to you via data on my cell phone. I do not know how long that will last. I have no flow internet where I am. So that is a heads up in case for any reason the video cuts. So we will make it do until we know what is going on with flow. But for those who keep asking, Liz Williams, the journalist, wants to know, what does the cup say? The cup says, and it was a gift from Felicia Holder and Ali G and others. I was going to call tonight's show House of Thrones, a mix of House of Cards and Game of Thrones. And the reason I had to choose House of Thrones was because Game of Cards was already taken. But I decided to opt to go with Friday Night Live. I was also going to call it Let's Pretend. Let's pretend that all of this is somehow all right, and have a conversation about all the things that are wrong. I have no access to my actual internet feed that I use to give me guidance. So we're going to have to literally run it through live and direct and wing it. Yeah? So, Friday evening, today is the 18th of August, 2017. Friday the 18th of August. And today I raised an issue about things like water. And I'm drinking water. People always ask me every night what I'm drinking. It's not Gramazone, it's not vodka, it's not tequila, it's not tea, it's never any of those things. It's always water. People ask that we drink in a cup or a glass rather than the plastic bottles because that's the reality. So I'm in this cup, but it's water. So moving forward from that, raising the issue of water in Trinidad and Tobago is a ticklish issue. Because nobody could explain to the people of Trinidad and Tobago certain things, like the quality of our water, and why is it so difficult to get water to everybody, 55 years of government. So, let's take that apart. Yeah? Let's discuss this. Let's discuss why it might be so difficult to give you pure water in your taps. Now, I want you to understand, water purification is a science to the point where when the space shuttle goes up into space, they carry a limited amount of water. And all of the water that is drunk in space is purified from urine and anything else that they throw away. Because you can't waste water in space, there's nowhere else to get water. So the urine, your pee, goes in at this point, and through the chemical process that turns and removes the impurities that makes water plus whatever into pee, and it comes out on the other end, pure drinking water. So we have the technology that exists in the world. It's not expensive technology. It's called water scrubbing. And you could Google it. And there are many different ways of doing it. They have reverse osmosis. They have forced ceramic filtration. There are a lot of different things that you could do to scrub water to the purified stage. Now, that in itself is a misnomer, because real spring water and other natural earth clean water comes with a certain amount of minerals that are vital to human beings. When I buy Blue Waters and Water One and Oasis water and all that other crap in a bottle, I am settling for this because I doubt that the water that is coming out of the tap is clean enough to drink. I don't know what's going on at Wassa, and I don't trust them. So I have to drink what I believe to be purified water. They sell you all this nonsense about check acidity, fire truck that. Acidity is not what matters when you're talking about water. What matters is the chemical content of the water that you're drinking. We who drink predominantly bottled water lose out on a lot of natural earth chemicals that our body needs to survive. But it is the lesser, literally, of the two evils. Now, I know that there are a lot of cancer-causing agents seeping into the water from the plastic bottle, especially if it's kept in the sun. And we are playing an acceleration game. We're going on momentum. We're saying, I understand that the bottled water may be giving me cancer, but it's the long game. Is it shorter than the game that Wassa might kill me sooner? So I may bet on taking cancer than take death by Wassa. And that's our reality. We don't talk these things, In a nation, a 2x4 stamp of a nation that have Islamic training grounds for world feeding ISIS gangs bullshit. And we can't find yet a means or a mechanism to out all that because it's games. And Trinidadians take these games and we accept them. Like somehow a country this size supposed to have Islamic terrorist groups. Like you couldn't bring whatever resources you need to bear to undo that. Mas Trinidad, stick a pin in the Islamic terrorist groups bullshit for a minute. And because let me tell you something, me as Prime Minister, I level enterprise, Tell them, quote me. I bet you the Guardian and the Express will want to quote that. Philip Edward Alexander says, as Prime Minister, at level enterprise, you cannot let your country run where people are living in terror and they don't know who to turn to and what to turn to yet. See all them little gangbangers who are holding bars, pushing up grass in a cemetery, and I'm telling you, that's how you run a country. We live in a nation where the average person lives in fear of who could come and rob them and kill them for the slippers or the shoe or the cell phone. And if the water company, that is the Water and Sewage Authority, killing you, and if they're killing you faster than the plastic bottles from the elementless, nutritionless, valueless, pure water that we drink. Now you tell me, Trinidad and fire truck in Tobago. Now Dominic Hadid, Abraham Alexander, my father brother, who owns Water One, Dominic Hadid, who owns Blue Waters. I don't know if Stephen and Donny Hadid still own Crystal Water. I think Oasis, or one of them is SM Jaleel. And these water companies making billions of dollars because Water and Sewage Authority of Trinidad and Tobago cannot deliver pure water. Now, Blue Waters, I understand, is benefiting from an aquifer again. That is the state's water. That is the people's water. And how Blue Waters come to benefit from an aquifer, and I was told that Dominic have a sweetheart deal. I don't know if this is true, but I'd like to find out. Is he paying 30 cents for 1,000 liters of water? Because that water should be pumped pure to St. Joseph and Valsain and environs that don't have water tonight. But instead of them getting access to the people's water that filled up that aquifer 50 million years ago, Dominic Hadid going to put it in a plastic bottle and sell it as Blue Waters. Because this is the Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, where you could do what the hell you like. Yes, you all didn't know any of that, but you know now. So, when Ansel Roger calling for his boycott of the 1%, what exactly is he talking about? Does he know any of this? I asked today, if COL members, when he imposed his 7% tax on online purchases to save valuable foreign exchange, why he didn't also apply that 7% tax to Christian Mute's KFC and Subway and Starbucks and all of these other foreign companies, Chin from Movie Town, they own Ruby Tuesdays, and all of these other companies, Burger King, my family, I think, have shares in that, or Wendy's, the Derby Sea, all of these companies that leeching foreign exchange out of the system and sending it abroad to pay for food that killing people. Because not one of these brands of food that I just call is good for people. Not even Subway. Eat Fresh, my half-red ass. They have no nutritious value of any kind in anything that Subway is selling. Most of their meats are processed and preserved by something called sodium nitrites and nitrates. And if you Google that, you'll find out those are major cancer-causing agents. It's not good for you at all. Preserved ham and bologna and hot dogs and those things, you should really eat it very sparingly. Vienna sausage and all this that we feeding our children. We're getting them sick. We're killing them. We're shortening their lives. Did you know that? Trinidad has one of the, coming back to water, don't forget that, on water. But Trinidad has one of the highest counts of heart disease in the world. We are the highest in the Western Hemisphere. And that is because of predominantly things like KFC. And now McDonald's and Burger King beating apart your arteries. But you have to ask yourself, in a nation that have the best food in the world, I mean, we literally have the best food in the world in this country. Food that is actually nutritious and good for you. If you buy a McDonald's burger, complete, a Big Mac, and put it in the yard, ants don't go near it, flies don't go near it, and if you leave it for a month, it's still there. Nothing don't grow on it. What the fire truck is that? And we eating that. It's like Golden Ray. Add that rich Creole flavor of Golden Ray. Why the Creole flavor? To fool black people, Golden Ray is the next thing that not even mold grows on. Why are we selling people Golden Ray and telling them add the rich Creole flavor of Golden Ray to their food, when all Golden Ray is doing is clogging their arteries and killing them? Why allow Nestle, the Vatican of food production, to sell people Maggi, when Maggi is in fact just monosodium glutamate and a sprinkling of other things? Maggi is toxin. Why are we allowing people, especially poor people, to take your pot and fill it with Golden Ray and Maggi and tell yourself, it tastes nice? There's not taste you're feeling, partner. There's not taste. And we need to educate ourselves. We have a responsibility ourselves. When I tell you something, I do not eat these things. I do not. I just had my dinner, my Friday night. Usually, I go by Cooking Vibes. And I eat some nice food. And I know the Chinese food made there have no MSG. It's all healthy, natural products. And I want to say this. I given you the information. 9 times out of 10, you already have it. You go in your fridge and you have bacon, and you have hot dogs, and you have bologna. Throw it away. Don't even give it to your dogs. It's not fair, it's not right, and it's not good. And you need to know this and take responsibility. Mango, banana, breadfruit, salsa, guava, these things that grow wild in this country. Pawpaw. You need to eat things that have as your mandate. The closer to the tree, the better for me. And if you live like that, you will save serious health bills. My uncle that just came down here from Canada, he's here now. The man is 80 years old. Then you see him, 80. But our family, especially that Arab side of my family, don't eat crap. We eat real good food. Last night I sat down and ate cabbage rolls stuffed with rice and meat and mint and pine seeds. And we laugh and joke about the kibbeh, but the kibbeh is Bulgar wheat, not this enriched, processed, bleached flour, national flour mills, killing poor people with. Kiss bread, all the nonsense they could print on that bag, none of it is good for you. It's full in your stomach. You might as well eat mud. In fact, the mud might be better. Kiss knows that. Kiss knows that. And the entire game is who get the most win. That's how Trinidad is. I have no leadership. None at all. Fuad Khan tonight on TV. I have it muted, but I was at a place and they had it on. And I watching these jackasses donating money to help this little girl. And I know it. That for the one they help, they send 100,000 to their graves. This nasty country and all of these mocking pretenders that have come along and fooled you. That man who take crisis, what was the crisis? What was the crisis? It wasn't SARS, it was the flesh-eating virus Ebola. When Ebola came here, go and ask Fuad Khan who he buy them hazmat suits from. Ask him how much he pay for it. Amy Brown raised the issue, but Amy Brown now in Brazil and he having a good time doing the salsa and the tango. So fire truck you. Until it's his time to come along and pretend to care. Right now, he doesn't have to care and ask. Every now and then, put out a status on Facebook to say, hey, bitches, I still wrong. And I'm waiting in my line for my turn at the work. I will tell you, the vast majority of wealth in this country, behind every great wealth in this country is a great crime. We have to accept that. And we have to face our reality. Not that we could erase our past, but we could have a better present and a brighter future. Because I want to tell you, of every annual budget done, $60 billion, $30 billion of that is theft. And I've shown you over and over and over where that theft is. $221 million to build an interchange on Rohan Sinanan land in Kedona. It's raw theft. Raw absolute bubble. 5 times the price of what an interchange should cost. But worse, you don't need an interchange there. Now, the people in the east who headed east, my cousin Mario today, one of my members tell me the same thing. I in the east and I need it. Shock doctrine in your ass. You're fed up with traffic. I don't care what it costs. Bill it. That's what it's doing. So the water could be nasty. Listen to the fox. If we engaged in a water and sewage authority that actually were an authority on water and sewage, we wouldn't have the problems that we have today. You see, they have 2 types of services where our drinking water, our potable water is concerned, that WASA has as its business. 1, transmission. 2, purification. Now, we've been bullshitted. Yes, that is a word, Google it. We've been bullshitted where they will take a reservoir in Nags Hill and Maraval and purify water there and then ship his ass to Cunupia through all lead, steel, and rusted pipes. So by the time it reaches in your house, it tastes and stinks and it's smelling nasty. And it's not supposed to be so. Because we're doing it ass backward. We're putting the cart before the horse. What's supposed to happen is Trinidad's supposed to collect all of our rainwater every single rainy season. You see, I live in Diego Martin West. And from the top of the hill, Rich Plain, come down the road, building up momentum, widening and deepening as it goes, till it reach the sea in Westmoreland. The size a jumbo jet could land in what is the Diego Martin River by the time it reach Westmoreland. And what we're doing is catching the rainwater from the hills and throwing it away in the sea. We are a nation of jackasses. We do not have the common sense to understand that that water is what we're supposed to save and use. And that for the people of Diego Martin West, that's all the water we need for our entire consumption and then some. And that for that entire river system that they've built, that is just a channel, a chute, that takes all the fresh rain, blessed bounty from God, heaven, sky, whatever you want to call it, and shoot it straight down to the sea. All along the way, there should be retention ponds in the same riverbed. In the same riverbed. Each of them holding 1 million gallons. Every half a mile. Every half a mile, you store 1 million gallons. And you could use solar-powered pumps and pump that water, all of it collectively, to a water treatment facility. Do you know that you could do water purification in each constituency, so that instead of purifying the water in Maraval and then shipping his ass all over Trinidad, that you could actually just collect all the water and what I just talked about, Diego Martin West, everyone going right up the corridor, right up the Eastern Main Road, you're crossing river after river. We call them rivers. They're not rivers. What they are, chutes to take fresh water and throw it away in the sea. I slap God in the face. We don't want that. We will buy blue waters. So instead of actually saving and using that water, we take it and throw it away. But if we were saving them, all along the way, then each constituency could have its own water and sewage treatment plant. Now the game changed, because we're not wasting nothing, and we're not polluting our environment, and we're getting to give something that to our grandchildren that will be better than what we had. It'll save us money, because water scrubbers and water purification systems now could be powered by the sun. Look at where we are. Free. You ain't using the gas that you're flaring up on the top of the well. It's free. Solar power in your rokonkotonko. Check this. So imagine if every constituency had water purification facilities. So all WASA supposed to be involved in is gathering rainwater in all of the major valleys and then pumping it, just so, dirty so, to a water treatment plant. To a water purification, it doesn't have to be massive. If Diego Martin West only deals with 10,000 households, then you need, and they will tell you this will service 10,000, a radius of 5 miles. This could do that. This could do that. You see, if you did that, and then you did your billing, that's why our plan to have a supervisor of public utilities in each constituency, the person in charge of the water quality in Diego Martin West will answer to the water purification board and the water quality board, and they will take standards set by the quality of the water coming out of the aquifer, match it ppm. How much parts per milliliter you're allowed to have what? Somebody's asking, what about the imported bottled water? Anything in plastic gonna kill you. Plastic kills you. The less plastic you have in your life, the longer you're gonna live. You count your days, you count your life in days, hours, minutes, seconds. And as you get older, those of you who into medicine will know that the chromosomes that keep regenerating the cells in your body to fight aging and to fight death, to ward off death, are capped with something called telomeres, and those telomeres wear down over time through stress and through oxygenation. And over time, the telomeres, the cap, wears down on the chromosome, and at some point, the kidney repair chromosome dies. And when that dies, your kidney at risk. So you have a responsibility to protect those chromosomes for all of your life. So you're jamming down Erin Farm bacon in your throat, sodium nitrites causing war, but your chromosomes fighting to repair all the damage as it happened. But every single time it costs you, you wear down your defense mechanism a little more. Until one day, boom, you get cancer. So, but how you get cancer eating that your whole life? Well, for all of your life, what used to defend you, dead. You kill it. You kill it with blue ribbon ham and salami. And you need to know this, because, and the complete opposite to that is this: fresh fruit, fresh vegetables brings the whole energy of the sun and puts it into your body. And we're animals of the sun, we're creatures of the sun. The world is, that's what it is. Everything tries to eat the sun. The sun makes energy in the grass, and the cows eat the grass, and we eat the cow. To get the energy, third hand, we're trying to eat the sun. So if you could eat something straight from the tree, that's why I love Julie mangoes. I just buy 10 fat ones today. So I eat 2 Julie mango a day, a banana or 2, and I know inside of there somehow are cool. Yeah, every single day I try to get my, what V8 try to sell you as get your 8 today. I was trying to get my 8, but I was trying to get my 8 natural. I will eat some nonsense, a pastel, a beef pie. I'll get away with some stupidness too. But I'm making sure that predominantly my diet healthy. I don't ever drink soft drinks. Never, ever, ever drink anything that is a soft drink. In fact, to the point where I've not had a soft drink for over a decade. And if I drank one now, it might get me sick. If I'm having a drink of alcohol, and I don't drink much because I get drunk easy. So if I'm having a drink or 2 of alcohol, I chase it with water or with coconut water, which is so pure and so good for you in cases where they have no blood in the blood bank. They can actually put coconut water in your vein. You all know that? Come back to this. The lack of leadership in this country has left us in a situation where we have something called a water and sewage authority that pumps shit to your house. It's supposed to take the shit away, but it's pumping shit to your house. And people are frustrated. Worse, there are some people right now tonight who can't even get the shit pumped to their house. They would kill to at least have some of the shit that you get in so they could wash wares and flush the toilets. But they can't. Diamond Vale have no water 3 weeks now. Valsane too. Why would that be? In a nation where this morning more rain fell from the sky than we could use to irrigate this country for the next month or 2. Why didn't we collect it? Why didn't we save it, use it, repurpose it, transmit it, distribute it, purify it, and drink it? Why? Because it's not in the best interest of the companies that making billions of dollars to sell you bottled water. We live in a country where, ironically, now this is where it comes full circle, and this must make God laugh. Because we cuss for the damage caused by flood, by the rains that we actually need, by wasting it in rain, in drainage systems that we do not need, and they are clogged by plastic bottles that use to transmit water that you shouldn't drink. Now, aren't we a nation of jackasses? You tell me. Tell me. It's simple arithmetic, you know. None of this is compound science. We are made asses of, and we allow ourselves to be made asses of, because you know all of this. There are no stupid people in Trinidad. I talk to everybody. I talk to people. Your shoe bust up. You can't afford a sandwich this morning. You're dragging. You're walking where you're going. Your house are no galvanized. You're poor. And your children poor. And you can't afford to send them to school, and still you're bright. Trinidadians are naturally bright and intelligent people. Naturally bright. And yet we're stupid. We're totally and completely stupid. Because we will leave good Trinidad food to rot and eat American bullshit. And you know why America eats that bullshit? Because of greed. I sat in a meeting with Eddie Iron, and I couldn't believe, watch this man take a 1/4 of an inch off of the KFC envelope that they shoved the fries in, just a 1/4 of an inch, and showed me on the computer how that just saved the company $21 million in paper and fries. 2 fries out the pack. Multiply by $100 million box of fries. 200 million fries, $21 million. This is only the Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic of do what the hell you like land. Because we've given up our authority. We've told Keith Rowley, Keith, I know you're a jackass. I could sense your jackassery from a mile away. But you go and run my life for me. Because I don't need to run my life when you and Stuarty Boy and Faris could make my decisions. You and Rohan, go and fire truck it up for me. The people of Tobago watched. They watched as a certain small Syrian cabal came and foisted itself on Tobago and sucked the life out of a nation. Tobago's history is twice as long as Trinidad. Tobago's history is rich. They're wealthy with fertile. I mean, when I tell you something, Tobago was the food basket of the Western Hemisphere for a while. That little tiny island. Go and do your research. Some of the most expensive real estate in the entire freaking world was Tobago. And now Tobagonians can't get a deed for their own land. You believe that? The Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic, they do what the hell you like, land. Do it. Cocoa rotting in the fields. God laughing. God had to be laughing. If I was God, I'd be laughing. At a point, I'd have called Moses and Muhammad and who else? Mother Lakshmi. Look, come now, man. Thor. Who else up there in the pantheon? And point and laugh. Look them. I made that. Stupid so. They're missing a gene. What's the difference with Coca-Cola and Pepsi? Pepsi was made with pepsin, Coca-Cola was made with cocaine originally. They both had to take that out when both of those products were made illegal, and they infused it with 7 to 10 tablespoons of sugar per liter and caffeine to get you high. Citric acid to balance it out and give you the mouthfeel. Sodium benzoate and potassium sorbate. That's what you're drinking. Since Vikings were here before Columbus, can I get a deed to land too, brother? Everybody was here before Columbus. Everybody. But we're good at making marijuana illegal. The most natural thing that you could probably get. You know, if I was the commissioner of prisons, I'd be passing out joints whole day in the jail. Because they'd be high and they'd be calm. I'd pipe Bob Marley through the prison whole day. Leave them high and dancing. The easiest jail to manage. But we could make that illegal. That man smoking 10,000 years since before law written. I don't smoke weed, I don't drink, I get high easy, so I don't interfere with nothing. But I know and I see. And yes, to some people, marijuana is not good. But could you believe that to some people like me, I can't even have caffeine? Everything is bad to some people, and anything in excess is wrong. But you should at least take responsibility for yourself and ask Kamala Persad Bissessar, why didn't the UNC People's Partnership engage in collection and transmission of water to all 41 constituencies to a mini reservoir and a water treatment plant that could then transmit pure water, sealed environment to everybody? And in constituencies close to the sea, we could have pipe in salt water, desalination. So cheap now they call them water makers. You could be riding in a yacht and the yacht making its own water as it go, generating the power to power the actual water maker by the motion of the boat in the sea. And a little propeller spinning. Yeah? Flow is back. They flow in again. This is a nation, you see, this is a nation where for Philip Edward Alexander to do a live broadcast, he had to have backup. So who, if it was a deliberate attempt at sabotage, you lost. Because to stop my broadcast now, you had to shut down 3 internet service providers. Yeah? But let us as a people have a conversation. Let us have a conversation about our responsibility to ourselves, to our children, to our family, to our community, to our nation by our choices. Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC, changed its name to KFC to get rid of the word fried. You know that? The word fried. It's like when Sugar Pops became Corn Pops, Kellogg's realized that people getting wiser. So just change the name. It's no longer Sugar Pops, it's Corn Pops. Same amount of sugar, same amount of fried in the chicken. Kentucky Fried Chicken's secret is to pressure fry. It forcing hydrogenated oil into the cells of that chicken and breaking it down. So when you're eating it, one heart attack at a time. Franca was asking me if to legalize it to zonk out young minds. Franca, they zonked out on sugar now, you know. And I'm not saying to legalize it to zonk out young minds because alcohol is free. And if they're not zonked out on alcohol, why would they all be zonked out on weed? The point of the matter is we spend so much money fighting wars on drugs that we cannot win. But that's a whole other conversation. That is a whole other conversation. The real conversation that we need to have is how do we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, continue to be such hypocrites. Franca, cigarettes, tobacco, the state taxes tobacco. The state conspires to murder you by selling tobacco, by having a share of the profit, by engaging in taxing tobacco. The state is being a party to the only product on the market anywhere in the world that if used as directed will kill you. So if cigarettes is legal, why isn't marijuana? And if alcohol is legal, why isn't marijuana? And a lot of people suggest, and I agree, that if marijuana were legal, both cigarettes and alcohol would drop dramatically in sales. But there is something about you having knowledge. It's something about you and me making better choices. It's something about us saying, okay, I'm not going to wait for the government to do it. I'm going to take massive corrective action. And I'll share information. And I'll tell my friends. Because you ever hear when a man finds out mustard ain't good for a man's prostate, how quickly men stop using mustard? Mustard is bad for men's prostates. Sugar is not good for anybody. Too much sugar, especially white sugar. Brown sugar that you buy in the market is white sugar that they throw molasses in and stir it up to fool you, to make you think it's healthy. It's not. It's just white sugar and molasses. But there are things that you can get to sweeten if you need to sweeten. But the human palate is very sensitive to sweet, salt, sour, and I think it's umami. I think that's the last one. But sweet, we're very sensitive to sweet. And the sugar level in fruits, we're not supposed to exceed that. That's already too sweet. Diabetes, especially type 2 diabetes, is a killer in this country. Prostate cancer, type 2 diabetes, colon cancer, all of these things. And cancer, any kind of cancer, is the same cancer. It's just it has a different name based on the location in your body that you get it. But cancer is cancer. And any disease, and this is not a whole lecture on how to live and how to eat and all that bullshit. It's just giving you knowledge. You make your own choices because the world overpopulated. So maybe we should allow these stupid people to kill themselves. Smoke and eat bacon burgers. Wash it down with a Pepsi. I don't mind. But no. And no, so he could challenge Carl Members when he talk his bullshit and say that the 7% online tax that he institute to keep you from buying your jeans online, so to force you to go in the mall and buy it from Francis Fashion or Dito, the same 7% he bullshit you with. So why don't you apply that to KFC that's killing people? Why don't you do that calm? And we need to know. And we should know. Because if we knew that WASA only had to collect all the rainwater, and if WASA was engaged in collecting the water, there'll be no flood. Because anywhere that floods is a place that you could put a retention pond. Do you know the front of Long Circular Mall, when you drive past Long Circular Mall, those of you who've ever been to Long Circular Mall, where that side street meets Long Circular Road, that whole front of the mall, underneath the multi-story car park, that entire thing is a massive retention pond. Well, that's where Long Circular Mall stores its water, and all those cars and trucks drive on top. I'm telling you, underneath South Key, that floods, could be a 1 million gallon retention pond. And South Key will never flood again. And it doesn't interrupt nothing. They are just sluice gates that allow the water to go down like a storm drain. It ain't bothering nobody. And all the water that you need in Woodbrook, done right there, ready. Nobody have to transmit it to you. All the water that you need for Port of Spain, right there. All you need is a small water treatment facility transmitting pure water to everybody's taps. And this is the information that you need to be instructed when you're making political choices. Because you have a jackass in government and a jackass waiting. Kamala no less a jackass, you know. I know some of you don't want to think it. Like you don't want to think Bastio Pandey was a jackass. The ratty jackass. Still can't explain how he take $1 million from Dupre to put his 2 daughters in school, so he say, when he was the Prime Minister. Wrong on about 97 counts. That's wrong. And if you can't call wrong, wrong, take your jam. Eat the bacon. Argue with the doctor when you get the diagnosis. A nation that doesn't understand the power of culture to right size people's minds. So we've allowed Digicel and Carib and Angostura and B-Mobile and Coca-Cola and Sprite and Stag to monetize it and sexualize it and fire truck it up. So now the culture that used to bring people together and unite them in common purpose is gone. Now, dig deep in your pocket and find money to play in the band. And if you don't have no money, come and scrub the PP truck, the wee truck. Come and hold the rope. Come and hold the rope to protect the masqueraders from the ones outside who ain't gonna walk the whole rope. The Royal, Imperial, Majestic, Banana Republic. Do what the hell you like, man. And you have to know these things. Because we have traffic in Trinidad and Tobago because the government wants us to have traffic. Colville Street traffic exists to frustrate 200,000 people living in the West. It exists to frustrate you to the point where you say, if Colm come and tell you, we're going to dig a multi-front tunnel, go with it. It pissed him off, no end. When I solved the traffic in Diego Martin West, with the Diego Martin 4 roads bypass, they wanted to tunnel through the mountain in Cocorite. $50 million. And then I solved the problem with a design, and then Jack and Kamala take it and give Calco $231 million. So it still didn't work out where the finances was concerned. But there is a simple solution to everything. If you don't have the PNM and the UNC in office, you don't have to have the corruption and the crookedness. And there are simple solutions to everything. There are. We just have to want that as our truth. This is a Friday night line. But we're talking about things like 1%. And I want to tell you, the 1%, I don't get them wrong. I don't get them wrong. You want to set up yourself to loss, take loss. You want to go and line up 2 o'clock in the morning and eat fried chicken and wonder why you're overweight or wonder why you're dead at 50 and leave your children with no father or no mother. Go and eat it. 8 tablespoons of sugar in a bottle of Coke. Give me a 2-day drive. 8 tablespoons of sugar. What is your daily allowance of sugar? Fire truck Philip, who the hell is he? You're damn right. Listener, you ever argue the inside of a coffin lid? Go through hard. Go through hard. We want the PNM. Don't mind black people dying. Gun and bullet. Bow, bow, bow. Because the government cannot, will not, dare not engage in a conversation about the maritime security wall that brings to an end the narcotic trafficking that is making billionaires of certain people in society. Your government cannot protect you, dare not protect you, will not protect you, because they get money from drug importers, drug traffickers. By the Just by the news. Just Google Trinidad cocaine shipment. And you will see $2.5 billion in cocaine intercepted. $2.5 billion. But the governments, PNM and UNC, can't explain to you why. They never secure the borders, never put in a proper port system, and they could tell you bullshit. And we take the bullshit, take the chain up, we take it. The copy and paste media tell you, well, they have the scanners. The Americans ain't wait for we to buy it, they give it to us and they sit down the port. Why? Because Watson Duke didn't sign. That is reason to jail Watson Duke, but forget that. A matter of national security trumps all the unions. They have no say. He have less say than Christian Mute have in this investigation. And Watson Duke know that. National security, scan the fire trucking containers, unstuff them, but you can't. You know 30,000 guns in the country, and you know 40% of the containers passing, but forget that. We're going to Bella interchange on Rohanson and Anland, and we will let we boys who own Bridgeman Services continue. You're making $350,000 a day. Mute, stretch that investigation for me. Stretch it. If you stretch it 90 days, multiply that by $350,000. We gotta get our money back, Mute. Your job is distraction, right, Chris? Cool. Copy and paste, give you a little dying Indian girl. All you're only bringing it up on my wall are ignoring all of y'all. All of y'all ignoring you. Why? Not that I don't care about the little dying Indian girl, but I know the system is shit. I know the system is crap. I know Kamla's Children's Life Fund is bullshit and distraction to give them something to stand up and jump up and make us at a fuss about and fool you with foolishness. I know the $6.25 billion that we spend this year in healthcare can take care of all the people of the country. So they're not taking it on. Yes, they're going to probably murder that little Indian girl. Yes, but it's not the first one and it wouldn't be the last one because they find Tashia Henry stuffed in a hole in Laventille. And they never bring nobody to justice. And she was 11 years old. When the coroner could tell you that the man who killed Asami Nagasaki was a left-hander and he was missing teeth because he bite she on she cheek and the police can't find him. What the frig you want me to do? What you want me to do? Give me the power of government now. You want to see how quick price of house drop in this country? Make me prime minister. Half them bandit putting their mansion on the market now. I will take 3 dog and a goat. How to go? Because they know what's coming. I know. And we ain't coming to play. It's good news. We're dancing into the polling station and we're happy because a new day dawning. But don't feel that we're forgetting those who are responsible for bringing us to here. All them billionaire contractors are going on the runway and seize the plane. Come now. You're telling people you have police in your pocket. Let me see them climb in your pocket. The first way to stop people abusing power is take away their power. The second way is to punish them for abusing it. Well, they feel this is games. They feel we come here for games. All of you who ganged up on the people of this country, conspired to rob, pillage, rape, maraud, steal, destroy this blessed land. You all feel we coming here to make friends with you and cut deals too? Boy, light candle, light candle. People leave this country in fear, in despair, in frustration. Man, watch their business collapse, facing taxes and penalties that their competitors not facing. A man tell me, he say, boss, I watch a man selling corned beef in this country cheaper than it costs in the place all are we importing it from. Trinidad don't make corned beef. Argentina can't give you the corned beef wholesale in Argentina for the price it inside Hilo for. Oh God. And all you're playing successful. This was pissed me off. Watching all your own media, that all your own, broadcasting all your, giving one another medals for successful theft. That's what it should be called, you know. The Independence Awards. This year, The Shakonia goal for moving the most amount of illegal narcotics goes to, and of course, the Trinity Cross for the most amount of money laundered. Call it what it is. Call it what it is. Call it what it is. Stop the bullshit. Stop it. Stop the bullshit. And I know one thing for certain. The good men and women of the police service, the army, the good men and women, not the rogues. All you could keep them. All you could keep them. But the good men and women of the army, the Trinidad and Tobago Regiment, the Defense Force, whichever of the titles you want to call it, the good men and women of the police service, the good men and women of the Coast Guard, they too want a better Trinidad and Tobago. They too want mommy and daddy to have a better day and a better time. They too want to raise their children in a nation that if they're on duty and the child fall and bust their head or a gate fall on them, they don't have to wait an hour and a half for ambulance. When the ambulance reach, the ambulance get them to the hospital and have to wait 2.5 days for a bed. They don't want that. They want to know they call an ambulance, the ambulance there in 15 minutes, they take them to a health center 7.5 minutes away. They want that too. They want to know that their children, especially if the children look like ghetto children, that if you put them in a school, you give them a chance, not waste 10 years of their lives. We take children in this country that born in urban squalor, that already have a death sentence over their heads at the tender age of 5, and put them in an education system that wastes their bloody lives, that wastes the best time of their lives. The good men and women of the army and the police and the Coast Guard have to want better for their children too. If they love their children too, they can't be supporting PNM and UNC. They're not stupid. They're not stupid. This is a country where a man commits suicide down in the base and hide the gun after. At some point, the truth will win out. It may not even be in my lifetime, but it must come. It must come. There will always be an accounting. There must always be a cleansing. Evil doesn't get the triumph. Evil never wins. It may prosper for a time, but evil doesn't win. Good wins out in the end. And if good not winning now, it's not the end. So let them do, and let them say, and let them think, and let them talk. No problem. Not one problem at all. But if 1.3 million people put the Orange Army in power, we will rebuild this nation from the ground up. Every creed and race will have an equal place. The power of government will be vested in the hands of the people. The power of the cabinet will be devolved to the constituency. So water, food production, healthcare, education, security will be dealt with at the level where it is. You grow it and you get it and you mine it and you fix it where you need it and you use it. And that's how it should be. So you don't have one little Devant Maraj or one little Vasant Bharat or one little Clarence Rambarat sitting down playing biggest dick in town, negotiating with state land to say, I will give you and I will lend you. Let them own it. He'll come with them. And it's only when they end up outside of public office they realize how useless and used they were. So wherever they pack up and stack up and hide up, live out your days on that. Pip skills with that. But you have no value, you have no power, you have no authority. Wait for the guardian to call you for a quip and a quote to bad talk those in office and continue to make a jackass of yourself. Continue to pretend that somehow what you do is of value to anybody other than yourself. Continue. Our reality remains. We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, have a responsibility by our choices. You see, you could shut every importer down. Just stop shopping there. I hear a jackass who own a mall say, if all I want to pay the rent, my children could roller skate in the mall. But I call that son of a bitch bluff. Let me see how long I'll go roller skating a dead mall, you jackass. Let the nation come and ask you, where you getting money from the Bella Mall for cheering the roller skating? But forget even that. You'd just be a jackass because you'd be a failure. And nobody builds a mall to fail. But Trinidadians can't play poker. We don't know how to take bluff and how to make bluff and how to see a bluff from a mile away. So they're paying that man $50,000 a square foot. I'd leave your mall for you. Roller skate your ass away. My role continues to be to educate. The empowerment in the Progressive Empowerment Party is not us giving you wheels and pushing you around. The empowerment in the Progressive Empowerment Party is us giving you knowledge and information upon which you can empower yourself and make sensible decisions, life decisions. That's the empowerment in the Progressive Empowerment Party. The word progressive is our ideas, our plans, our programs, our policies. The rest of them two parties, they're butting their head against the wall right now. They're thieving ideas wholesale. Because they can't believe that people knew. Like somehow they thought we'd be sheep forever. And we'd never stand up and speak out. But the days of the self-glorifying bandit clan is numbered. This that going on here, Keith Rowley ain't get 2 years. Kamala struggled for 3. Keith ain't get 2. Nobody getting a free ride anymore. Nobody. You're not getting to come and play the ass. The people are awoke. They are awoke. They're up. So now you have to come to government and actually govern. Now you come to government and serve. They're not taking bullshit. Yes, we know the Superfast Glacier was theft. We knew that. And you come and you bounce up the theft, and instead of fixing that, you thief more. The people of Trinidad and Tobago tonight need to know this. Rich people stay rich, playing poor. And poor people stay poor, playing rich. See our money in your pocket? Guide it. Save it. Invest it. Don't boast about your gold teeth and your gold chain and whatever latest electronics you just buy. Boast about your land and your stocks and shares, hold it. Invest local and international. Boast about your portfolio. You know what I like about Tobagonians? He walking on the road barefoot. He have no shoes. Can't afford the shoes, but he buying land. I like that about Tobagonians. And I wish Trinidadians could learn that. Because Trinidadians full of shit. We want to pose and bling and blie and blue and whatever you ask the latest word is to say, I am so insecure that I will work my ass to the bone to buy crap that I do not need, to impress people that I do not know for no reason whatsoever, other than my own insecurity. Wanting people to see me and say, look at him. When in fact and in truth, what you should be looking at is your own value, your own character, your family, and your life's plans. Where you hope to go. Every now and then you see the Chinese man business place looking run down. But Chinese man don't paint. Chinese man don't never hear about little disinfectant. And then boom, throw down everything and build something on the whole block. Because while you cussing Chinese man, he's saving every single cent. And anything that come for sale, he buy. Syrians did that too. Syrians work hard. Sleep in the rain, beg people to sleep downstairs their house, go in and sell them cloth by the yard. Don't pay me all now, don't pay me all batik. How much you have? 15 cents? I will come back next week for the next 15 cents. Laugh at them, you laugh at them, you call them all kind of names, you talk about brother marrying sister and all kind of bullshit. Look at them now, they own the whole country. Wake up, Trinidadians. Wake up. It is time that you take responsibility for yourself and make better choices. And just now will be an election. And you need to be ready for that. We need constituency executives, candidates, polling station clerks, street captains. Where you are, come and join. Tomorrow we in Stanmore Avenue, massive blind, massive barbecue. Come and be a part of the team.
Your vote will decide our destiny. Your vote will decide what you want to be. Your vote can foretell our country's fate. One use it well before it's too late. If it is that who you're voting, fail beyond a doubt. When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is they prove it to be only full amount. When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the time is now that change should come about. Just as how you vote them in, vote them out. Register and vote them out. If they don't see, vote them out. Stain your finger and vote them out. Show them no mercy, vote them out. Vote them out with total skull and utter disdain. Let's put our country together again. Vote them out of power, dominate your reign. Let's put our country together again.
Know this, only what you plant could grow. You can't plant orange and look for onion at harvest time. What you plant is what you grow. What you focus on grows. What you focus on. The Native American Indians say, inside your mind have a good wolf and a bad wolf. And the one that wins is the one you feed. You get to decide, you know. You get to decide the quality of life that you have and that your family live. If your rim's spinning and you're spending plenty money drinking and liming, but your children hungry and your house is crap, you're an evil man or woman. Stop the foolishness. When you become a parent, you have a responsibility. Put aside all of your own personal plans and desires and whatever you thought until those children fully molded and become adults and go their way, then go back to doing whatever it is you was doing. But for while they're growing, that is your full responsibility. And if parents took their responsibility seriously, children will grow up properly, conscious and functional in this nation, set to take off and to go and find their own destiny. That's where we need to be. Get there. Even if your parents did a bag of shit, you're not responsible to carry on that cycle of abuse. You can make a change for yourself and for those coming after you. Break the cycle now. Let us become a conscious, functional, thinking, caring, loving people. Let us stop voting for parasites and mocking pretenders. Let us look for leadership that could really deliver. Let us have conversations that make a change in our lives, in our communities, in our nation. This little country, Trinidad and Tobago, was born to light the world. We've been wasting time. It is time to get together now and fix it. Tomorrow, 19 Stanmore Avenue. Come and hang my jack. We're going to play some all fours. Bring 2 beers, we can take a drink. Come and eat some nice El Pecos barbecue. Thanks to Ed Moy for the chickens and to El Pecos for the rest of the stuff. Thank all of you who got involved and helped. Yeah. So, I don't have anything else to add. I don't know if we're going live from the barbecue tomorrow, but I'll be there and the rest of the team will be there. Come and get involved. 41 constituencies, executives, candidates, team members on the ground, building out. As soon as we have that, as soon as we have 41, we, the Orange Army, will be calling for an election. No 5 years. This government has already failed. Prime Minister in trouble. It is time to bring him and all of his ministers before the courts to answer for the bullshit that they're doing. But we will deal with that on Monday. See all of you all tomorrow. Those who don't come, enjoy your weekend. Those who are abroad, sorry that you missed it. Stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.